bit quiet. Hold on. What about now? Am I less quiet now? Am I less quiet now? I've been messing with my gain a little bit. If I'm still a little quiet, I can turn up even more. Sounds good. Okay, that's one sound good. Sound good? Now you're good. A little bit quiet. You're better now. I probably started quiet, but I immediately noticed my levels were low. I have been messing with my gain. Kind of quiet? Here, how about this? How about now? Now we're at the very bottom of the yellow on specific sounds. Music's a little loud. How about this? How about now? Music is gonna go away eventually anyway, so it'll be alright. They're just quieter than other streamers. I just don't want to, like, I don't know. I manage my levels on my side. I don't know how loud Twitch can get, but shit. Whatever. Let's do our clerical work to start off with. Blackberry, thank you, 11 months, almost a year. True. We can count to 12 in here. Andy, thank you, 18 months. Sticks, thank you. You broke your streak, so you're on a different account. That's chill. Patware, okay. Patware, 7 months. Who up marining their space? Me, apparently. Horace, thanks for the 5 gifted. Dreamy, thank you. Rats. I mean, that is an astute observation. 17 months, too. Okay. 16-month streak? How come not a 17-month streak? What happened there? I'll also, like, move my mic about 1 inch closer to my face. This is where we're gonna settle. I'm not fussing with it anymore for the rest of the stream. So that's that. Hope you guys like it. Scene, game capture, Space Marine. Click. Okay, click. And then I swap. And then hop on Minecraft King. That's gonna be hard for a guy like me. It's been a minute since I played this. I played a bit off stream, and by a bit I mean a lot. I maxed out all the classes in my just over a couple of months, playing intermittently. Let's make a Warhammer 40k mod for Satisfactory. Does such a thing really not exist? Hello, Scan Hunter. 10 even. Pew pew. There's actually not very much pew pew. There's not a single las weapon. Well, that's wrong. There's a las fusile, but it doesn't really go pew pew. So there's not a single pew pew weapon in the game. 10 whole men? Holy shit. Is that allowed? So, since we played last, they added some limited time events that I had to subscribe to their, like, fucking, subscribe to our outside service where we'll send you newsletters, and you'll get access to a quest that gives you the Mark 8 Errant Screamer helmet. Remember how I was always talking about the Screamer helmets? There it is. It's the Screamer helmet. Fuck it, we bolt. Yup. Haven't played this game in 1 million years? Yeah, well, that's alright. So yeah, I got all the classes to max level, but if it's my understanding, next week, April 15th, they're adding prestige ranks, where you can prestige back to level 1. I don't know if it keeps your perks, but you'll get, like, rewards for, like, certain prestiging. So it's we Call of Duty up in this MFR, you know? Which I like, personally. They also added a new difficulty, which I haven't played, which I think might give you like a specific, like, chest plate or something for doing it. Is this it? Is it? Resource ordeals? No, is this it? They added something. Was it a helmet? No, it was a shoulder pad, I think. It's this. Complete 5 operations on absolute difficulty. That sounds kind of fun. But I got all the classes to max in my free time. So I got Tactical, Assault, Vanguard, Bulwark, Sniper, and Heavy. All max. I think if we're gonna be playing on a hard difficulty, I'm probably gonna play Vanguard or Assault. What is my guy using? Oh, we're on a different. Oh, I see. Yeah. I think they added this knife too that was also for a specific difficulty thing, so that's kind of cool. That looks kind of slick with it, if you know. This cool, like, bloody knife. The Space Wolves update, I'm pretty sure that's next week too. Finally beat the last 339,000 Warhammers. Can I play 40,000? That's awesome. Knife 2, the sequel to Knife. Isn't that crazy how they released Knife 2? It really is. Did I like the Severance ending? I thought it was really good. I like Severance a lot. It's going to be quiet, the game, that is, because there isn't much to hear right now, but it should stop being that way real soon when we play on Absolute and start shooting. Though I don't think the statute of limitations is up on talking about Severance spoilers, so I won't. Ugh. I love Mark S. Mark S is such a sweet baby. What a sweet little guy. Audi Mark is kind of a downer, though. That guy sucks. Stop crying about your wife, dude. It's been like 3 years or whatever. Stop. Like, fucking forget about it. Get over it, you know? You're a man. Suck it up. Disconnected? Well, that's not what you want to see in the loading screen. Joining server? What's happening? Audi Mark is the best one? You said Mark S. Mark S is any Mark. Mark Scout is Audi Mark. Irving, my beloved. Irving's also such a sweet little baby. Looks like a turtle. Well, it didn't want me to do that one, so. But yeah, if you haven't, watch Severance. Really good. Mark Scout can kick rocks, little bitch. See? That's what I said. It's been like 3 years. Stop crying about your dead wife. I get that she was beautiful and whatever, but like literally get over it. Why do I have no teammates? That's not a good sign. 2 years is the limit? Real. People hate real lovers? Big dog. He loved so bad he agreed for 2 years. There you go, man. His wife was kind of goated? Yes, she was beautiful. And a sweet lady. And whatever, but Scan Hunter, thank you. I almost streamed Runescape, but I didn't. I wasn't doing anything interesting in Runescape today. Maybe if it was like, if I was still doing the Dagonoth boss. Now let's see Paul Allen's dead wife. I don't really want to do this difficulty by myself. Will it give me some teammates? Or do I have to deal with these schmucks? I don't think I'm going to be able to do it by myself. I look forward to more Schedule 1. I almost played that too, but I didn't want to play the same thing back to back, as I feel like that's bad for the optics. Like, you know, like if you see a streamer play like Final Fantasy 14 8 streams in a row, it's like, damn, that is like, can we change the channel in this MFR or what? That thing was really tanky. This difficulty sure is absolute. Damn, at me next time? Yeah, it's alright. No judgment. It's just not the kind of content I like to consume. And I like to create content I like to consume. You know, does that make sense? It's one thing if it's like, you've curated your audience that way. I just don't think I've curated my audience that way. Remember a year ago when it was the Final Fantasy 14 arc? Maybe a little bit less than a year. Like 8 months ago? 9 months ago? And all we did was play that like a lot. It was like kind of like, I know some of y'all didn't like that at all. You would never say it to me unless your name is Miosk, but not that Miosk specifically didn't like that, but Miosk would tell me if she didn't. Why am I hurt so bad? What happened to me? Binge watch the VODs. I hope you like the 5-hour-long VODs where 3 hours of it were me running in a circle around a fountain saying this game sucks ass. Like why does this game work so hard to get me to like play bits of it that I don't like? Like give me the parts I like the leveling and the dungeons and stuff. It just really wants you to like its mediocre story and flat characters. I'm gonna stop. You know what? I'm gonna stop. No more. That's enough of that. Say something nice now. I liked being a bunny twink. That was fun. Something I thought that maybe I would never get to experience in reality. I kind of missed a 14, Tanner. You know, sometimes when I think that humanity is redeemable qualities, you come in chat and remind me that I am mistaken. Rant about Space Marines 3 now? Space Marine 3 that's in development that they announced like 4 years early. The heck, a rat stream? Guys, it hasn't been that long. It truly hasn't been that long since the last one. It's been like 9 days. So like, I get it. Like if it was 3 weeks ago, you'd go, oh my god, a rat stream? It's been like 3 months. It's barely been over a week since the last one. I've been busy. I've been cooking some stuff up. I've been busy. Out. A white boy can't be busy sometimes? Had to explain who Graha Tio was to my coworker because she borrowed my phone and saw the save the fan art. I only know who that is because everyone talks about him and Casper, which does a disservice to Casper. Please stream 25 hours a day. Maybe someday you'll get your wish, but not now. Not now. If I was compensated for it, like people do, like the, like you see like the crazy like endurance streamers, like, God, I don't even know who I can think of right now, but you guys know the ones, like different VTubers who are known for having like really long streams. It's like, I feel like if I was adequately compensated for streaming, I could do that easy. Like, because, like if I was compensated for streaming 10 hours of RuneScape, you would see it. Do people not have jobs? They're in a Twitch chat. You know the answer to that. He did a self-inflicted roast? Me? Yeah. Streaming, I know I reference him all the time, it feels like, but he's the best to ever do it. But Northern Lion says that streaming is just like an email job. If your job could stop existing tomorrow and the world would be the same, then it's not real. And he's kind of spitting, because it's not. If every streamer stopped streaming tomorrow, the world would go on like nothing happened. And this is true for probably at least 70% of all jobs on the planet. If it ain't food service related or like material goods, like clothes and furniture and food, it's kind of like your job doesn't have to exist. Like, do you think like a lobbyist or like a politician is something that needs to be real? I love my job. I sit in an office and watch YouTube. Exactly. Well, I'm very happy for you. That is not a real job. And I've also worked fake jobs where it's like, oh, you answer this phone. Do you ever do anything with the phone calls? No. You don't need to tell me about the people who call. You don't have to log about the people who call. Just like make sure you pick up the phone and talk to them, and that's it. Okay. Shit. Oh, and sometimes answer emails, but only if they're like important. If they're not, like literally, you don't have to respond and no one will care, including the person who sent it. Admin task, yeah, being like an administrative assistant, that is not something that like historians ever thought should be real. I've had enough real jobs to take a fake one. I kind of get that. Like, while fast food worker, I would count as a real job. Fast food seems kind of fake, but it's still food related, so I'll take it. But like, you know, after doing that long enough, it's like, dang, I would like a job with like fake responsibilities. Streaming is very hard and taxing. Sometimes you gotta wake up. That's actually a nightmare scenario. Assistants and secretaries have been around since humans have had writing. Yeah, but then it's been fake that whole time. You're telling me Julius Caesar needed a guy to follow him down and write everything? Not really, man. Not really. Like, would the world not exist if Dante didn't write that Inferno? No. Is the world worse off? I mean, that's up for debate, but like the world didn't need it. So like it's fake. Authors, that's fake. That's fake. Painters too. And this isn't like a judgment. This isn't, you know, like some kind of moral judgment of these careers or vocations. It's just judging them on what they add to the like continued survival of mankind. Thoughts on Devil May Cry VTuber? I heard there was a VTuber, but I've only seen 2 episodes, so I don't know. Don't watch anymore? Wait, why? I didn't think it was awesome, but I thought it was well animated. I like that it appeals to my demographic specifically. That is late 20s white boy. It was a video on Twitter DMC posted, then I haven't seen that either. The dialogue is really bad. Okay, yeah. There's one character, her name is Mary, and I like her design. Her voice acting is fine, but I don't think the casting was very good. But I saw some fan art of her on Twitter earlier, drawing her as a has-been hotel character. And that tells you everything you need to know about her dialogue. And I agree, it's bad. Really bad. She just swears too much. She just swears too much. It's no good. They're adding Trigons to this game next week. That's awesome. I like her design though, even if she's a cop. And Dante sucks. I'm gonna be that guy who's never played DMC but will pretend he knows who Dante is. That's always been my understanding of Dante, is this is how he is, man. I've only ever seen Dante in VTuber Let's Plays and memes, but he's never struck me as a character who takes himself or anything else seriously. They turned Dante into Deadpool. I thought he always was, man. He's a big loser, that's his appeal? Yeah, I thought so. That's what I thought so, anyway. He's just kind of a doofus. He's a doofus, and then also at the same time, like, edgelord bait. So, like, I don't see these, like why people don't like the portrayal in the anime adaptation. Which, as far as I'm aware, isn't canon, so I don't know why people are whining in the first place. It's not canon. So, like, relax. Only good character is Kevin Conroy, Joe Biden. Literally true. The vice president in it is voiced by Kevin Conroy. So that's very cool. And it's not like subtle either. You hear him open his mouth and you're like, holy shit, that's Kevin Conroy. Rip to a goat, and I mean that seriously. Really don't like the show? I thought it was okay. Like, I'd watch more. I'd watch more. And I bet you would like it, brother, after a Modelo or two. Or an Asahi or two. You know? Then I bet it's epic. You know, get Landon over here. It's 11 p.m. We just ate a lot of food. You're 7 episodes deep? When did you watch all this, man? We only watched 2 the other day. Oh, no. What did we have? I think the day we watched that, we had Japanese curry. Did they reduce the amount of ammo you have in this fucking mode? I feel like I'm running out of ammo more often, like maximum ammo. He's been watching it behind your back. It's the, once he's done watching YouTube shorts, he's got to put on something else. So, that's something else. Wait, did we not recover armor without executing in this mode? No wonder I'm taking so much damage. Holy shit, it's a hive tyrant. Wait, we're doing the hive... We're doomed. We're doing the fucking hive tyrant mission. It didn't occur to me until this very moment. This boss at the end of this level is going to absolutely maul us. YouTube Shorts algorithm is goated. It's cooking videos and crafts. Mine is all Pokemon cards, food, but not cooking. It's the, I'm in Tokyo, and I'm gonna go eat the most delicious thing you've ever seen. Like those kind of meal, like shorts. I think, what else is in there? Oh, dog videos. Dog videos. I think that's it. I have no VTuber clips in my shorts. VTubers are abhorrent. I have no crafts. You would think I would get Warhammer ones, but I actually don't. I have started to get fitness ones. That's one. I have no gun ones. No gun ones. I wouldn't object to that, but I don't have them. No VTubers in your shorts from the man who watches and sims VTubers? Who said that? Who told you about that about me? I think that might actually be like, that would hold up in the court of law as slander. Saying that someone likes VTubers, I think you could prosecute them for that. I said it, white boy? Well, white boy, I don't think you should like say that about people. That's one of the lowest forms of human that you can be, a VTuber fan. Hickok 45, that's the GOAT. At least you haven't had to explain to your boss what a VTuber is. If that ever happened to me, I would simply not explain it. I would simply not explain it. Oh, what is that? You're not gonna get it, man. You wouldn't get it. Insert the Joker. Imagine liking Nenechi. Nenechi isn't a VTuber. She's my real wife. I don't understand where the disconnect is there. People forget you can just not explain things. It's kind of true. Like, if someone asks you something, you can simply just say, no. I deny the premise. You are setting me up here to look cringe. I deny the premise. This doesn't seem that hard for Absolute. Are we on We are. This doesn't seem that bad, man. Only explain things that I self-indulgently want to explain. Also real. Like, back when I worked at Chick-fil-A and everyone was into Elden Ring, but I was, like, the most Elden Ring pilled. I was, like, the great sage that would bring it up on purpose so that they would ask me about it. I deny the premise that one guy with a Bluetooth headset and ponytail. Yeah. This or this? Both. No, you can only choose one. No, I choose both. That dude was goated with it. That guy gave me a handshake because we're both yellow. We're both yeller fellers. Hit him with... Maybe it's so easy because we're both running Melta guns. Oh my god, they're adding an incinerator pistol to my... to this game next week. Which is a pistol that's a Melta. Which is very cool. Very epic. I think T is Mark. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, we'll rock this. We're all very internet pilled because we all knew what Mielsk was talking about with that short description. Yeah. We got a couple beaky boys here. I like that guy's color scheme. It looks like some kind of custom chapter, like some White Scar's successor. Get mogged. Wow, this thing has a lot of health. Get mogged. I parried instead of dodging. Youchie. Really? None of those are perfect dodges? That was like really good. I'm saving my Melta Bomb for when this thing goes into overdrive. Maximum overdrive. I saw a recent SpongeBob clip on Twitter of like Sandy walking around without her environment protective suit, like her air bubble or spacesuit, whatever you want to call it. What does anyone watch Modern SpongeBob? What the hell was going on with that? How did she do that? She could breathe underwater like some kind of fish? And not in her bubble home? No, she was out and about. Oh, I'm getting cooked. I was reading chat. Uh-oh. Oh, I live. I need to lock in so we don't fucking fail this. Fake SpongeBob fan? Let's be real honest, real SpongeBob fans are the ones who stopped watching 10 years ago. Maybe more. Shit. Early. Eat my Melta Bomb. Come over here, little pup. Oh, it blew up. Oh, it did the damage. Okay. Okay, nice. I didn't die. That was close. Okay, we're kind of cooking it. I'm kind of locked in, honestly. I'm getting a lot. Oh, who are these guys? I don't know who you guys are, but you guys need to relax. Oh, shit. I tried to... I perfect dodged the warrior, and when I clicked to deal the parry, I got hit by the fucking psychic scream. That was insta-revive? Since when can a sniper do that shit? That dude revived me instantly. When I played with Tanner's fucking lazy ass, he never did that shit to me, and he mained that class. I'm gonna die. I got fucking stun-locked. I let the boys down. We have UNSC based and destrollers. Okay. I mean, it looks like they got it, though. They got it. I got stun-locked upon being revived, so I got cooked. That's when I was like level 3. Well, you stop using it then, because you're shit or whatever. Bro is digging up the cuneiform tablets. Yeah. Any contact with Talassa? No. Never mind. We're Talassa. Guys, Fulgrim comes out this weekend. Are you excited? The new Emperor's Children minis are being available like in their own separate boxes instead of the army box. So we got Fulgrim, we got the Noise Marines, they're called like Infractors or whatever. The Flawless Blades, or maybe it's Peerless Blades. The Master Cacophonous or whatever. Lucius looks pretty good. The Peerless Scarred, Tanner. What is that from? What are you referencing right now, man? Can you speak on that a little bit? Red Rising? I never read that. Never read that. I've almost read it many times. Back when I used to read a lot, looking at it in the Kindle store. Just never did, though. I had other things going on, like rereading Read all the time. Oh, I got the most kills? I guess I was the reason we were winning. Dang, I kind of popped off. Am I just built like that, or what? It's because the melter rifle's OP. And don't you forget it. Me when I'm the point in which a lever rests on or is supported. Oh, rests or is supported on in which it pivots. I got you. Fulgrim. That's a +2 for me. Fulgrim. Let's put the kills in the bag. My bad, man. Okay. I can't believe Northern Lion said the Minecraft movie was not good, but it's a good kids film and gave it a 2. Bro, you're not rating it like you're 5. You're rating it like you're 38 or whatever. You don't give a movie stars because it's good for kids. Did you like it as yourself, dipshit? I'm sorry, Northern Lion. If you're listening, I don't mean it, okay? I say it from a place of love. I just felt like you let yourself down. I get that your daughter loved it, but that doesn't give the movie points. Maybe your daughter would give it a 5, but would you? No. I got a new helmet. What's it look like? Like this? The movie looks terrible. The movie looks terrible. Casper saw it. He said it was... I think maybe... What did he say? It was just okay. He didn't like Steve, like, at all. He said Steve sucked. He said one of the side characters was so completely side as to be, like, completely unnecessary for the film. Would you want your kids to see your content? I don't think there's much wrong with my content. My kids, I mean, I don't want them swearing too early, but I'm not going to be that kind of parent. He's like, you should never swear. You're 13. You're too young. Like, it's not that big a deal. Hello, Gigglepox. But I don't think I have content that I think a child shouldn't see as long as they're, like, in, like, late middle school. Does that make sense? Wait, did that count towards my thing? You still find it hard to swear around my parents? Yeah, no, my parents don't care at all. 5 remaining. Wait, what? It didn't count? Or had I already done that one in the difficulty and it has to be 5 unique operations? Oh, shit. Oh, Giggle's here. Guys, yesterday Gigglebox beat Dark Souls 3. Isn't that awesome? How many of you guys can say the same? My kid will bring me 10,000 beers. Holy fucking based. Where's decapitation? This one? Okay, yeah. So I have to do ones that aren't decapitation. Oh, I have to do all of them. This one I've done. This one I've done. This one I've done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to do all of the Thousand Sun ones. I have to do the Hive Levi, the Hive Titan, the Hierophant. That's the one. Gigglepox really gave the Soul of Cinder a run for his money. And she was using Granddad's axe. How did she do it? She had the Animal Crossing Villagers axe and beat the whole game with that piece of shit. It was doing everything in my power not to backseat heavy, being like, you have to swap weapons. You have to swap weapons. Yes, you can beat the boss with this weapon, but that axe is absolutely trash. Its damage was good, but its range and speed were trash. Like, I'm pretty sure one of the character classes literally starts with that axe. So yeah, you should have been rocking like literally anything else. Also, not using any pyromancy or spells, kind of based for that one. I respect that. Yeah. I always went Dex in Dark Souls 3 because Dark Souls 3 has like insanely cool Dex weapons for some reason, especially in the DLC. Dex got all of the juice in that game. There were definitely some cool strength weapons, but like Dex got so many, like they got fed so well in Dark Souls 3. All of the different cool katanas, the cool scythes. I looked up a one-handed axe tier list and decided to keep your counsel. Oh no. Could feel Giggles resonating with it. Oh, she was definitely resonating with it. That's for certain. Is this guy gonna like stop going? You know, sorry, buddy. I have to leave the squad on that one. You were taking too long in the armory. I mogged the Nameless King with that axe. You definitely did. But would you mind telling chat how long it took to mog him with the axe? Like, let's not like mislead them here. 11 hours. See, there we go. You did mog him with that axe, but it did take a second. Incredible dedication. Definitely true. That's the Soulsborne experience. I'm not shaming her here. Like that's something that like is an uncommon occurrence, but like the Sekiro final boss, I think took me 9 hours of attempts over the course of 2 days. Some bosses in Elden Ring have taken me that long or close. Sekiro is either if you click with Sekiro, it like is gonna be really easy for you, but if you can't like figure out a boss's pattern or you're just not good enough, it's gonna be really hard. You can tell people you beat Nameless King and Cinder with Bandit Axe and get actual respect. It's probably true. Now you have to do a run as the Husk or whatever the fuck it is, the Hollow class, the Deprived. I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm not even sleepy. I'm not even a sleepy looking dude. Someone's DMing me on Discord a whole lot. It's my mom. She's asking if she can video call. She's at her friend's house who is a dachshund breeder. There are 4 wiener dogs walking around. Oh, they're beautiful. She sent me a bunch of pictures. Oh my goodness. Oh, wiener dogs. 4 wiener dogs. Wow. That's what I want. That's what you want to see. Wow. When I was a youth and we used to go to like a real dachshund breeder's house, not that my mom's friend isn't a real breeder, but like this was like a her entire life was breeding dogs for show. Like, and we would go over and there'd be like 20 wiener dogs in that home. And it was amazing. And I would go and she'd like tell my mom like, "Oh, I got a new litter, like bring the boys," you know. They could see that nearly one-shot me. And it was goated. You'd get like puppy pile, you know how it is when a bunch of puppies pile on you. I'm gonna go down in the first room because that sniper nearly killed me in one hit. Not very cool of them. I feel like they shoot faster on this difficulty. because that was insane how much damage that did to me, and I wasn't expecting it. Puppy Pile definitely rocks. Definitely rocks. It's been a long time, though. She doesn't breed dogs anymore. She's quite old now, I believe. But it was very epic. Trumpet was one of the puppies in the puppy pile. I remember he was, I think he was lime green, his collar color. It was like a light green. Like a bright green, rather, not light, bright. It wasn't like forest green, it was like lime green. Why did he kill the birds? Well, you see, hounds were bred to murder, and the bird was in his territory, and so he did not hesitate to kill. Also, he does a little trolling. We were always just shocked he could catch them. One, birds are kind of dumb for the most part, so like they would get into his range, but like his range vertically isn't very tall. But yeah. We never felt that bad about it, but, you know, it's not like we fed the birds to him. They would just get trapped in the screen and porch, and he would catch them before we could get them out, or even notice they were there. And we had, like, the screen and porch had, like, one of those, like, flaps, like, screen flaps. So, like, it wasn't, like, open. It was just a flap so he could get out, because we had a dog door. So, like, we tried to discourage them. He just mogged them, I'm afraid. He was a scruffy beast. He was handsome in his own way, but he wasn't as put together as Crosby looks. Trumpet had a scraggly coat. His uncle named Captain was very curly. So that's probably where Trumpet got it. Crosby is stunning like Gojo. Kind of real. Crosby stands proud. He's strong. Don't think those flaps are very useful for birds. Yeah, but like, bro, don't you like fucking see that there's a screen there, dipshit? Like I said, birds aren't very smart. Like, come on, man. We tried. Did Crosby show? No, he didn't. It wasn't a requirement in his purchasing contract. Trumpet, if we wanted to buy him, he had to show. He finished. He wasn't the most decorated dog, but he did. He went all the way until he finished. With his Sharpie nose. God, he was so ratchet. His damn Sharpie nose. Sharpies are non-toxic, though. Don't quote me on that. Oh, Jesus. We got 2 elites back to back. Oh, well, this one got mogged. Go to hell, Ravener. That's what I say about you. Ow. That doesn't even register an attack. Oh, it's dead. Okay. Are Sharpies actually non-toxic? Does anyone know? Is that a real thing? Am I real for that? It doesn't, probably not. They smell real nice. I don't advocate for that kind of behavior. I dodged one sniper immediately into the other, and the second one wasn't even aiming for me, it was aiming for the other guy. And I dodged into its fucking crossfire. In middle school, a girl kept getting in trouble for sniffing markers. Non-toxic if used as directed. So, like, not on a dog's snout, then. I mean, it didn't do him any harm. You gotta smell the cap, that's the trick. I wouldn't know. One quick blast? Jesus. People who draw all over themselves only have minimal brain damage? Yeah. Was I a glue eater? You gotta match your subject and verb there. You got a plural word with a singular subject. No, I was not a glue eater. I think you would probably be able to tell. Die? I'm just doing my part. You gotta match your subject with your verb. Literacy rates are falling, and I'll be damned if I don't do my part. Not even paste on the hands? Well, it's different than eating. That's completely different. So me saying I'm not a glue eater doesn't mean that I didn't put it on my hands because I liked the feeling of peeling it off. Can I proofread your essay? Sure, if I can send it over. I don't give a shit. How? Well, actually, I should ask some important questions. How long is it? You put your paste on your hands and then you eat it? What kind of children were y'all's parents raising? I'm dead. Oh, I lived. Where are all the med kits, man? I don't know, I didn't write it yet? Okay, well, when you write it, whatever. Didn't eat glue 'cause the one Powerpuff Girls episode? Maybe me too. Maybe me too. Maybe I was just had an IQ higher than, like, room temperature Celsius. Did you stick objects up your nose as a child? Not that I remember, and certainly I don't think anything that got stuck. But, like, you know, like a Tinker Toy up the nose, like, that shit's not gonna get stuck, and, like, what's the harm in it, you know? Streamer, what's a Tinker Toy? Grow up. Turns out crayons taste disgusting. Well, I think you would only think so if you had bad crayons. You need a seller that sells tastier crayons. Ate some bugs? That's kind of good. I mean, it's probably good for you. For a growing kid, bugs got good nutrients in them. For a toddler. It's the texture, dude. It's always the texture. Man, I was about to say, why do we got so many fucking texture eaters in our communities? But I know why. So... My burnt sienna is too tasty for you, traveler. Come, brothers. Don't fight them. It's a waste of our bullets. We don't have many. Ah, shit. There's a Terminator that just spawned. I heard the sound. You did stare at the sun? Yeah, that's probably not very good. Is this guy gonna go down? Or is he the tankiest man to ever be born? 500 rubrics eliminated? Dude, I'm kind of the real deal, huh? I almost played Monster Hunter too, but we played that recently as well. But I wanted to farm Zoshia. By my own order, I will slay Zoshia. God, that game's so much aura. So much aura. That's you guys. That's what you guys look like up there. That's what you guys look like to me. Nothing but gnats before me. We are a murmur? No, you're a herd of tyrannid. What are those called? Gargoyles? Shrikes are the warrior version, so yes, these are gargoyles. Why is that operative so buff? And why is he from a gotchi video? No shame, I'm just curious. Like, what's he doing there? I'm just like, what kind of secret mission would send him there? What's that one guy's name? Ricardo? I haven't seen him in a minute. He's like really phased out of the cultural internet zeitgeist. I feel like we say zeitgeist a lot around here. And I'm not even truly sure if I understand what it is. Eat this, Zangor. Yucky Zangors. Oops, all Zangors. I'm getting absolutely mixed. I'm dead. Zeitgeist is a buzzword. Show me one time you've seen someone recently say it that's not named Maurice. A murmuration? Is that like a type of bird? Like a murder of crows? What's ravens? Are ravens a murmur? Hate that I learned Zeitgeist from a Chris Pine interview from a Star Trek media tour. What's wrong with that? Those movies aren't great, but like Chris Pine I think is okay. I've seen a writer for a Yahoo News article use it. Your mistake was reading Yahoo News. Murmuration is for starlings? Okay. Do you mean a murder? No. Different birds have different groupings, idiot. But only birds for some reason. Saw a fellow named Landon use the word zeitgeist. I wonder where he might have gotten it from. Ravens are a conspiracy? Is that true? This guy's got to lock in or we lose the mission. Back to the Minecraft movie. If I was in a showing and a bunch of like 17-year-olds are being really rowdy by pretending to enjoy the movie, I think I would get really mad. I think I'd be pissed. Like, yeah, I don't like this movie, but also shut the fuck up. You know? Oh, I was trying to use that guy's meat shield. An unkindness of ravens? That sounds kind of awesome. Am I bad? I missed that guy fucking 4 times. Lately where I live, theater etiquette has been oof. Oh my god, does anyone know the movie Megan? Or as Connor and I like to call it, M3gan? M3gan. There's an M3gan 2. M2gan coming out. So M3gan, or Megan, is having a re-release, I think, in theaters for a single day to like celebrate. I said this on Twitter today, so don't quote me too much on this. It's getting a re-release for one day as part of like the press tour for the gene seed. As part of the press tour for the sequel. And I saw that it was using some new technology called like movie magic or movie mate, movie partner, regardless, it's an app that you have open during the movie in the theater that will give you trivia and behind the scenes footage on your phone as the movie plays. One, this used to be something that would be in the DVD, and two, what do you mean in the theater? I have my phone out during it? It's specifically a theatrical re-release. So like, what? What's the what? For a second viewing, I get it. I would get it too if it was on the damn DVD. We still sell Blu-rays, man. You can put it on the damn Blu-ray. I get that it would cost a lot more money to do that, though. But but if we're being real, this is the kind of app that's going to fail in its third quarter. So, like, let's not pretend that they're not already wasting money. Die, please? Holy shit. Thank you. Physical media, which the big guys don't like. Yeah, I don't know where we went wrong. Physical media, I get cost more to distribute and produce than just having a file uploaded to a server. But, like, did we stop consuming it as a culture, or did we not consume it because they stopped supplying it? Like, I get that demand creates supply, but also, maybe sometimes that's not true. It's hard to demand something that no longer exists, right? I have to lock in. This is a goofy-ass elevator ride. 500 perfect parries perform? 500 perfect parries and 500 Rubiks in the same mission, huh? Interesting. I mean, I guess even when DVDs were around, my family didn't own that many. But we really liked the ones we did. The Matrix, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, Nacho Libre. Which reminds me of just how far Jack Black has fallen as both a person and an actor. Really grim. Really grim. He's like a caricature of himself anymore. Not to mention kind of morally bankrupt. I'm dead? Oh, not yet. Oh, now I'm dead. People turn to the cheaper option, not physical. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I guess it's hard to say. But I also miss, like, buying contraptions. They don't make hardware anymore. Like, the last big piece of hardware that people were pushing was, like, smartwatches, right? And for a while, it was like, oh, smart glasses are going to be the next thing. And then those absolutely tanked, and they kind of gave up. VR 2, they're, like, not really, like, where's all the hardware? Where's all the hardware, man? I want tech in my home. And not in a gimmicky way, in, like, a cool way. I get that sometimes those go hand in hand. Fuck you, sorcerer. You will not confound us with your sorcerous ways, Lord Vader. I've always loved that scene. If you think about it in context, it's really funny. Where'd he go, the sorcerer? Hey, get back here. Your apparitions won't trick me. Is this guy... I thought I hit him with 2 jetpacks. Is he really not gonna die? Top Gun left the... Wait, they left the game? What happened to my boys? Why'd they leave? We're at the end! Oh, no. It might be over. I just looked at where my face cam would be with a face of shock when I got shot out of the air like that. Let it be known. Wow, disaster. Too big of a hurdle to expect someone to have free space and dedicated just for digital and VR use? Yeah, and also VR games suck. But Reese, Half-Life Alyx is peak. Yeah, maybe the 5 people who played it would say so. I don't care, man. VR tech has always been bad. And it's the one thing that manages to give me a headache instantly upon using it. Damn, defeat. That actually demoralized me so much I want to start playing Runescape. We're an hour in. Is that soon enough to swap games? Or I guess maybe late enough to swap games. One game is not enough to support a whole tech? Yeah. Why did they leave? They literally left at the end of the mission. I don't understand. What happened to me? What happened to saying people should just tank through motion sickness? Oh, it's not motion sickness. It gives me headaches. It's not like I get sick. Like I start getting a throbbing migraine. Is that motion sickness? Is that how that works? As someone who's genetically superior and doesn't get motion sickness, I don't understand what motion sickness is. That's motion sickness? Well, I guess I just have to start tanking it. Actually, no, I don't have to tank it because VR sucks. If there was something worth tanking it for, then I wouldn't care. I think they're trying again with smart glasses, but scaled back. Forgot the name, but they dropped the camera stuff and focused on being a usable HUD. That sounds kind of cool. How convenient? It is convenient, isn't it? Well, I guess I don't... God, I actually don't want to play this anymore. That actually killed my vibe. Having those guys abandon me at the end. We'll swap to something else. What are we swapping to, though? Cassie, thank you 5 gifted. 1 sub away from the stream goal. Oh, shit. Your brothers left you on the battlefield? Dishonor? Literally true. It was just like Istvan 3. No, Istvan 4. Sorry. Monhun or RuneScape? Ah, shit. We'll do RuneScape. Fuck it. Ugh. Why am I yawning? I'm not tired. I'm getting kind of hungry, though. Anyone hungry? Okay, is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Capture window? It should be working. What about now? What about now? Well, let's turn the audio on. Cassie, thank you for gifting 1 more. For the sub goal. Sub goal. Oh, Horse 2 also. A sub goal. Thank you both. There. Can we see? It just went black, but give it a second. The 1 extra will count towards the next goal, so it's okay. It didn't go to waste. Bro. Hello? RuneScape? It really doesn't like it. There we go. How about now? Saw things that look like pigs? They're called bloodvelds, but honestly close. And we can hear the faint RuneScape sound effects, yes? I'm doing Slayer right now. I have to kill 172 of these things. Does that sound like fun to watch? God, if I was a VTuber, I would never do a Zatsu where you just stare at my model. I'd do a Zatsu where this is where you stare at instead. No? It actually does? Oh, hell yeah. Could watch this forever. It's so charming. Look at them. Look at they do the splits when they die. Super chat reading? That too. Look at them with their weird gaping maws and their noseless, eyeless faces. Their weird tongue. The music is riveting as I fight this thing. Dude, look at these. Look at this stat list. Holy shit. Almost 94 strength. A bit of a problem here in Galenor. And yes, it's called Galenor. What do they mean by that? They distribute less than those other monsters? I think it was 2 Roths last time. So, what feats might that maw perform? Something truly evil, I think, and nefarious. Look like me when I drop something in the shower? What, you crawl on your hands, like on all fours, looking for it? Like, I don't... It pogs as it dies. Epic? It definitely does. We can hit 37s now after killing almost 250 Dagonoth Kings. I guess specifically Dagonoth Kings, parentheses, Rex. I got my Berserker Ring, which increases my max hit by 1. Can you believe this item is worth 4.5 million gold, and all it does is increase my max hit by 1? That's awesome. I turn my back and this guy's doing tasks. Yeah, you know, I should change the stream info. Hold on. Chill tasks on this Wednesday, and then a couple exclamation points, and we change the game to old school. There you go. What did I drop that time? Big bones? Oh, we got a sapphire. Always pick up your gems. Sure, but is the ring swagful? It definitely is. You heard young Jack Nicholson Sigzil again? Your head still spinning? That's so evil. Sigzil is like very specifically from like why can't I remember? The place with the emperor, right? He's like from a very specific like ethnic culture. Like he's not supposed to sound like young Jack Nicholson. The Azish. He's Asish. He's Azish, right? And they're like very clerical and like good with... That's really... Oh, it's white voices everywhere in that? Yuck. For reference, we're talking about the Stormlight Archive graphic audio adaptation. But that's why he always felt out of place in his culture, I think, because he was into like creative endeavors or whatever, and they're like a very like mathematical and like administrative people. They're logic pilled. And he was bard maxing. This is fire. Only 162 more. 162 more. I would love to just take a midterm to get a government job. Yeah, that would be kind of epic. A live-action Magic the Gathering film is in the works. It is intended to be a start of a live-action cinematic universe. Oh, God. That sounds really grim. That sounds really grim. Wizards of the Coast, why? You answered your own question with it being Wizards of the Coast. What else we got in the Twitterverse? Anything fun in here? Wow, Twitter is kind of dead today. Is it the economy? Probably, honestly. It probably is. Wait, they're making a film with the new Hunger Games book already? That book came out like 14 days ago. They're already announcing casting decisions? What? Huh? Oh, we got the cat named Monkey on the feed? Okay. The last book came out during the pandemic, but there's a new one. It's like the rise of songbirds and snakes or whatever. And I think it literally came out last month. It's the Haymitch novel, is my understanding, about Haymitch's reaping in games. I think. I'm hungry. Holy shit. We're going to be a 2-hour Andy today, guys. Sorry for everyone who doesn't want that to be happening. But I got to eat. Dude, Twitter, you're really killing me on this, man. You have to give me content to talk about, because chat won't. You guys are utter failures in that department routinely. Emma Frost, thick. New Universal Park called Epic Universe, featuring the Dark Universe and How to Train Your Dragon Universe and other miscellaneous things. Looks pretty cool. I made white rice if you'd like. Oh. What's on the menu? I don't know. I'm mining and crafting. First we mine, then we craft. Let's Minecraft! God, that film looks like shit. Runescape, yes. Oh, hello.
We're eating dinner at 8 o'clock.
Oh! Connor came in here signing numbers to me, and I got 5 and 3, but I thought that meant 53 minutes. 8 o'clock, we're busy boys, okay? Sometimes we don't got free time in our schedule until 8. So... we're busy boys. And that doesn't mean just me and Connor. Landon, too. We're busy boys. Sometimes it's hard to make all of our schedules line up. You know, Landon's working on stuff. Connor's working on stuff. I'm working on stuff. We're working on stuff together, too. Also, there's a lot of things in flux. Not in flux, but we're spinning a lot of plates right now. What if I'm hungry now? Then I'll have a donut or something. I hope that eventually you'll be able to see some of the stuff that I've been working on, but I can't. I don't know if that'll happen. And I don't want to speak on things and, like... the second you speak on something, you, like, manifest it into reality, but not in a way that means it'll come true, in the opposite way. But there's stuff cooking that I hope I'll be able to show. Making moves in silence, literally. Dude, these things suck. I barely have to eat my monkfish. And I'm just absent-mindedly clicking on them. I want to go back to Tokyo. I feel like I talk about this every stream. I'm gonna live there. But, like, not by myself. Like, I need me and the boys to all live there. Like, if Landon lived there and Connor lived there, then maybe I could do it. Does promise we'll eat and take care of ourselves? Eating, yes. You can't stop us boys from eating. Taking care of ourselves, that depends on your definition. I mean, we go to the gym. We go to the gym. We eat at least 2 meals a day. We sleep. I'm taking care of this beer. Amen. Boy, throws bottle at head. Fetch me another 1,000 beers. Read it just the way I typed it? Absolutely. I'm taking care of this beer. Streamer house? I don't know if we'd have a streamer house if we all lived in Tokyo. But, yeah. I think as long as the yen continues to be mogged by the dollar, we could buy a mansion over there. You'd have a hard time getting them to move, because I heard gym is mid in Japan. Yeah, but you walk everywhere as it is, and, like, you would make do. Like a sacrifice. You sacrifice high-quality gym for high-quality life, right? Picking up all the weights between your finger and thumb. Holy shit. Can't hit lats in Japan? Wait, why? Why would you... It just dropped a pizza. My RuneScape character eats his pizza in 2 bites. 1, 2. Pizza's gone. I could do that in real life, too. Wait, I can hit 38s on these? Why? Did I gain another max hit? How? Oh, it's because I'm on slash and not crush. Holy shit. How charming? Thanks. Glad you think so. No more pizza in Japan? That would be true. No more pizza. Pizza in Japan is caca. What is that bat thing? It's me? The bat thing is a gargoyle. It's a gargoyle. Can't you tell by its gray and bat-like appearance? Well, I've heard they have guns with all kinds of cool amenities. Like teeth whitening and laundry. Guns? Gyms. That makes a lot more sense. Okonomiyaki is the closest thing to pizza. I mean, they do have doohickeys over there. Okonomiyaki is okay, but it is not like pizza at all. But I do understand that it is circular and you cut it into pieces. So, heard about the food. Heard from a red cat. Some of the food in Japan fucked him up. My understanding that red cat is he had squid nigiri, which I do not think is something that the average person should consume. Because you see, I also was at a place that you could say served squid nigiri, and it was very fresh, and I was offered it, and I said, no thanks, I'm gonna stick to my salmon and tuna and shrimp and crab. And I was fine. So... The crab you had went into... Yeah, and then you had, in Dotonbori, in Osaka, you had a giant crab on a stick. Like, it was a really long crab leg that was, out of the shell and everything. Like, fried on a stick. And you took 2 bites of that, and it made you sick as a dog. It was also probably all the sake. He gambled and lost? Yeah, true. I eat my seafood in small portions. What was the yummiest thing you had there? I really like... There was a lot of really good katsu I had there. I'll always say, no matter how many times people who actually live in places where it's abundant, um, Koko Ichi rocks. Yakiniku like. I get that it's basically fast food yakiniku. I don't care. That place fucking rocks. We went to some nice place that had, like... It was like they would give you, like, little, like, steak... Almost like steak pieces that you would grill on, like, a hot stone. I don't know what the colloquial term for that is, but that was fucking awesome. Famichiki was really good. Any baked good from a Lawson's was really good. Cow Kitchen, their cream puff roll, or cream puffs that we got in Akiba Station. Yeah, onion on a stick. Yup. Yakitori negi. Yummy. Yep. Yakiniku like, of course. Sounds like teppanyaki. Could be teppanyaki. Very good. We went to some nice place that had it. Soup curry that I had in the town that Bochi the Rock takes place in. That I always forget the name of. But Bochi the Rock gave them so much publicity that the entire town is covered in Bochi the Rock. The station is covered in it. Little bentos they sell at the bullet train stations. Yummy. Bochi the soup. Yup. What would you do about getting Mexican food in Japan? There is a single Mexican food place in Harajuku that had really good burritos. Yummy. So if I ever wanted it, I would go to Harajuku. We go to a yakitori place. They got the big beer mugs and had the frying camembert cheese. We just went to a bunch of izakaya, and they always got yakitori and different skewers and stuff in izakayas. Again, as much as people dog on it for being fast food ramen, what is it? The ramen Ichiban, the fucking the Ichira. Yes. Very good. Yummy. Wasn't brave enough to go to an izakaya. Every izakaya we went to, we would sit down, and your table has a QR code, and it opens up a website, and the website is linked to your table, and you order whatever you want, and the server will wordlessly bring it over to you and go dozo. So I guess not wordlessly, and then that would be it. Except for one that we went to in Dotonbori that was 3 stories tall and the size of a shoebox, and the food was brought up via a dumbwaiter. So that was fun. What's the jambalaya game over there, though? I don't think they know what that is. Dumb what? Well, a dumbwaiter, right? Link? Link what? I don't see orbital circuit. No, you're supposed to make a big deal about the human touch, but man, I love just putting food in a big tablet and getting it. Yeah. A dumbwaiter, those things with the food. Yeah, it's like, well, it's because I think they have both ends, right? You have the completely humanless interaction in a lot of places, but then also, like, you go to a hole in the wall and talk to a guy who's been running this ramen shop for 40 years, and when he dies, the recipe dies with him, right? And he talks to you in broken English the whole time, and you make a friend. So, you get both ends. I love donkey baked potato. Mmm. Yummy. I love... that sounds so sad. I mean, it's the reality for, I think, probably hundreds of thousands of people. Donkey has baked potatoes? Yeah, donkey, very specifically, every single donkey will have a bed of hot coals at the front of the store near the checkout line, where for like 100 yen, you can get a baked sweet potato. On a cold night, on your way to the station, you grab one of those. Holy shit. They hit so hard. Just remember eating 4,000 calories of ice cream and beer, watching Freerun at 1 a.m. Yeah, Connor and I would go back to the apartment we were staying at, and we would stop. It was cold, and we'd stop on the way to the Lawson's. That's, of course, open 24/7. And we would get ice cream. I would get this ice cream bar thing that I don't remember the name of, but it was like it looks like the texture of like a Lego brick, and it would I'm dying because I'm out of food, so that's the end of this trip. And we would get ice cream and baked goods, and then we would go back and watch Freerun. Pull up Dancing Bacon as well. Yep. Himmel the hero would eat 4,000 calories of ice cream and beer while watching Freerun. He literally would. It was so fun. By the end of our trip, we really were just free roaming. We would just wander around Tokyo. We would say, okay, we're in Asakusa. That's only like an hour and a half by foot from where we're staying. Let's walk. And then we walked from Asakusa all the way back. Is it the one with the red and green logo? The ice cream bar thing? I think so. It like looks like a Lego. Like it has kind of like a waffle texture on both sides. Like pockets. And it has ice cream. And it has a like hard chocolate bar in the center that's kind of thin. It was very good, and I would get one every single time. I need to alk these helmets. Yeah. And then our station had a Yakuniku like that was under the tracks, because the tracks were raised at our specific station. And man, we would hit that all the time. There was a Kokoichi that we had to cross a river to get to that I would walk to often. It rocked. So many bakeries in Japan that I go to, they do pastries different over there. They really do. And it rocks. I took the wrong portal out of my house. We went to goofy cafes, like a Kirby cafe by the Skytree, and the JoJo cafe in Sunshine City. That was a pop-up. Work just canceled on me for tomorrow. Is that Yippee or a Sag? Moment. Yeah, I think it's a permanent fixture, Alpaca. I think the Kirby Cafe at the Skytree is permanent. Their chocolate's really good there. I love, what is it, Black Thunder brand chocolate. I like Meiji brand chocolate. It's because their chocolate doesn't have as much sugar in it over there. When they say 70% cocoa, they mean it. Sunshine City, it's goated. Sunshine City has like the biggest Poke Center in it. So if you're a Pokemon head, go there. It has a bunch of really nice shopping for all types. It's the Pokemon Center that has the Mewtwo in the tube, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. I think that's the one in Sunshine City in Ikebukuro. You chase down a Minato cosplay to take a photo? That's hilarious. They have a giant arcade in Sunshine City. Yeah. I love Japanese crepes. It's 12 a.m. and we are walking around in the cold in the very packed downtown Shinjuku by what's that fucking place? What is it? Sakura Street, Sakura something, where the giant theater with the Godzilla is. And it's like, I want a crepe. And you go and you get a crepe at 12 a.m. because of course there's one open, and it's got yummy crepe, and it's got Nutella and banana and all kinds of yummy things in it. I love Nutella banana crepes. English Poke Center site will be like, oops, out of stock forever. Smile. Yup. The Japanese ones will always have 4 million of everything. Yeah. When next Japan trip? Without doxing our trip, so people don't shank us in the airport for saying crimes against humanity or whatever, we are looking to go later this year. And hopefully taking some of our friends who haven't been before. WTF, same. See you there. Well, I made a joke about us getting stabbed. Now I know why I'm bringing a knife. This is for using the Brigand Axe through the entire game of Dark Souls 3. Bring Tanner? We want to. You want to bring Tanner. And Timpai. And Bryn, if possible. Back off, Giggle. I'm sorry, but some crimes cannot be forgiven. You think I can fuck with someone who used a Brigand Axe all the way through the game? Actually, it might be true. I really want to go next year in the fall. We have the problem with planning our trip is we want to go later in the year, but if we go too early, later but too early, then it's still really hot. And it gets hot there. It does during the summer and early fall. So we've been trying to decide what the best time will be. We can't go during the spring because I'll die. The sakura will blossom and I will go to the hospital. I love Bryn. That's awesome. Serve continuing their sub. Do you actually love Bryn? Halloween time is the best. That would be really cool to go during that time. Maybe fall or winter. I want to go in the winter to Hokkaido. Let me see the Yuki Matsuri in Sapporo. I want to see it. I would not survive the sakura trees in DC. I know because I've been there during spring in DC. And I was in the I was not in the hospital. I was in the hotel with my eyes swollen shut for a day and a half. But yeah, I really want to see more of the country next time we go if possible. I would love to see either the far north or the far south of the country. But I really want to go, like, I want to go to, like, an authentic, like onsen, too, would be really cool. Fukuoka is great. Noted. I want to see, dude, did you see the tip-to-tip trip? That's, I mean, I've been on one of those. It sounds a little different, but, I would like to go and see and do a trip like that one day. Kiyomizu-dera? I'm not even sure if I know what that is. I know that Mizu is water. There you go. You guys get that one for free. Anything else and I'll start charging. Golden Kamui mentioned? Oh, Connor, you know Golden Kamui? Kyoto's famous temple? I thought Kyoto's famous temple was, I guess it can have more than one. But Inari, the Inari shrine. Is that the gold temple with all the ginkgo trees? Is that what the Kiyomizu temple is? I gotta get rich so I can actually visit places. Yeah. Kiyomizu-dera is the tall tower. Let's see if it's the one I'm thinking of. Kiyomizu-dera. It isn't the one I'm thinking of, but I do recognize this one. It's got like that really tall like face, like this big balcony that's like got all like the struts and support structure. Yeah, no, that thing's really cool. And then I X out of my Google tab and see Sneaky cross-dressing again on my feed. Good for him. OMG, that is so Ghost of Tsushima. Literally true, though. Oh my god. Hello? What do you want? Why are you coming in here, man? Plans have changed?
Expedited.
When are we leaving now?
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Well, I hit 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah, do you want to maybe say like 35, 40?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Has Sneaky transitioned yet, or is he still saying he's just cross-dressing? Not that I'm forcing a transition on him, but he's been cross-dressing for a while now. Sneaky, I think at this point, ex-Pro League of Legends player who played for C9. He dresses up as a woman and tux and everything. And then he charges money for it. Good for him. Wait, what? You guys don't know Sneaky? It's not safe. Well, maybe it depends on your definition. Not safe for work. Wow, y'all are so young. Apparently, $20 is $20. Oh, absolutely. I'm not shaming him, and I think he actually enjoys doing it. But yeah. I always thought him and the other C9 guy would make out. Who is on C9? Was Bjergsen on C9? Yeah. Mateo? In college, I always wanted C9 merch. I always wanted, like, the C9 tank top. The one with the ugly hair. There are a lot of people with ugly hair in the LCS. Just like Finster. Started as cross-dressing, and now they're on hormones. Well, yeah, that's why I think probably Sneaky's gonna go that way. Because you don't cross-dress for, like, 8 years without eventually transitioning, probably. Or at least maybe socially transitioning. That's a thing, right? Where you don't actually, like, take any hormones or anything. Because he can pass already, honestly. I'll say that much. Look up Sneaky and you'll see. Unless they're drag queens? Yeah, I would say that's different, though. Like you said. So, like, now imagine I had a VTuber model up this whole time. Don't you understand how RuneScape is a Zatsu material? I haven't even been watching the RuneScape screen. I'm, like, just clicking on blood velds in my peripheral, and it's reading chat. And I've killed almost 100 of them. It's like NL playing Nubby. No, he's serious about Nubby. NL locks in on Nubby. Look them up, they're cute. I'm telling you, Sneaky can pass. Already. Typing in Sneaky cosplay Freerin. I don't know if he has cosplayed Freerin. That's a negative, Ghost Rider. Damn. I got a foot pick jump scare. Oh, yeah, he's making a bag. Absolutely making a bag. It's the, what if one of your bros dresses up like your waifu and shows up at your door? What do you do? That's the fantasy that he offers, I think. People like it, I guess. So, as a joke? No, he's completely serious, though. Need that bad? You are goofy as hell. Twinks are going extinct. It's so sad. Literally true. No men want... I don't think many men that want to be a twink. I'll be real. At least unless they're homosexual, which is fine. Either homosexual or the frontman of a alternative band. I think those are the only times you will see men who are twinks anymore. Or, no, third one. A man with a thyroid problem. Thought twinks were a dime a dozen? Think back, when was the last time you saw a bunch? Because I certainly don't. I don't see them most ever anymore. Unless they fall into one of those three categories. With the magic of VTubing, even I could be a twink. True. Yeah, see, they eventually just start working out. See? My voice doesn't give me away at all. Nothing a voice changer can't fix. I am a twink, and I indeed no longer wish to be one. See? Most twinks I know bulked up. See? I'd like to be a twink to have an easier time looking for clothes. I guess that makes sense. I could see that being easier. I saw a picture of old versus new Connor, and you're working on your own twink death. Yeah. Old Connor was very thin, though. Very thin. That's like past twink status. New Connor ate old Connor? You kind of did. I used to look like that, but I looked like that not as long as he did. Because I like went to college and like worked a job that required me to like lift things. So I shed my gamer physique. You thought you were epic because you were sickly? Yeah. Skeleton to Skeletor? That's a +2 for me. That's fire. I think we both also had like overactive thyroids. But yeah. What is it? Hyperthyroidism? Is it hyper or hypo that makes you unable to gain weight easily? Hyper? I thought so. I think hyperthyroidism runs in our family. Have a bread roll on me? Okay, guys, so this is a random event from RuneScape. It's the sandwich lady. And she'll come and say that she made you a specific sandwich or treat, and you have to take it from her box when she gives it to you. She has a chance to give you a baguette, and then that baguette has a very rare chance of being stale, which makes it into a weapon that you can hit people with. And I am never getting it. This time she gave me a bread roll. Thank you. Yes, it's your brawless wife bringing you a sandwich that you, in parentheses, didn't ask for, after you just got a double kill in the bot lane. What happened to Ninja? Is he still around? Because I'm not seeing enough movement from that guy. Those are the two Ninja references I can make on stream without getting banned, I think. Yeah, still streams? That's wild. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Why would he stop? But, like, I don't see him anymore. I think he got male pattern baldness. Bro, he's rich enough. Just go get those hair plugs from, like, the Turkish hair plugs, like Andrew Garfield. I saw someone say that Rice Gum was their favorite streamer. That is a name I haven't heard in, I think, actually like 2 years. Tanner, can you buy me the Sabrina Carpenter skin? That's a pretty good ask, honestly. My mom's knowledge of streamers is entirely Ninja because he was on The Masked Singer, and she exclusively refers to him only as Ninja Blevins. That's kind of awesome, though. I googled him and I'm dying. His wiki page is titled Ninja parentheses Gamer. That has kind of a rancid aura for sure. But, like, you don't want, like, ninja, because then that gives you, like, a Japanese, like, ninja. Remember when Kermit was on The Masked Singer? The only time that show was cool. Absolutely. If I was a judge and they didn't tell me that it was going to be Kermit already, I would have fucking jumped out of my seat. That would have been awesome. But instead they just reveal it and it's some B-list celebrity that nobody gives a shit about. Ninja parentheses disambiguation. Someone had said last time they had seen Rice Gum was Content Cop. I think Nova said that. Content Cop, another thing from another creator who has kind of just disappeared. All of the goats, or not even the goats, but all of the big names from like the 2010s era of streaming are either washed or have just let themselves fade into the background. Very strange. These people used to be too big to die, and now all of them are gone. What do you mean? iDubbbz made Creator Clash? How relevant is Creator Clash culturally? Rice Gum, Keemstar, Leafy, Zuthar. True, they're all dead, man. Yogscast is the only one constant. Nah, they're washed too. Alright, looks like the last big ninja move is that on September 1st, 2022, he blacked out all his social media. It says, I need a break, don't know when I'll be back. And then he came back a week later. Jesus. Game Grumps is still playing. They fell off too. Nobody I know watches them anymore. And I know part of that is because a lot of us have aged out of their demographic. But like, where are they? They're not making like big moves where you hear about them. They're content to just let's play mid games from the mid 2000s until they die. Which, like, respect, but also, like, dang. Like, what happened to the ambition? What happened to people, like, wanting to, like, be creative in their lives? I don't know. Maybe I guess I'm just shocked at people's complacency. Like, if I was that rich, as a lot of these people are, I'd be spending my money, like, doing a bunch of fucking crazy shit. Danny's busy with Ninja Sex Party. I literally couldn't tell you that he was even still making music. The Zuthar guy made good movies. That guy was trash and really problematic, if I'm being honest. Fucking glad to see him gone. And Gary's mod? How cliche. Come on, Gary's mod trolling? How cliche. I always preferred Lost in Place anyway. If I'm being real, I literally never... I don't think I ever watched a single millisecond of Lost in Place content. Not one. That was for the Gary heads right there? Absolutely. I saw a VTuber on Twitter earlier. She's made out of paper. Like she looks like she was drawn on a piece of like a notebook paper and like cut out. That's so fun. What a fun concept. Bad rigging? Oh, I didn't see her emotion. And I don't remember her name. I saw her for 1 second on Twitter earlier, and then my feed refreshed. But very fun design. You could do a lot of fun stuff with that. You could like for new outfits, like have different like arts and crafts applied to her, like different like fucking construction paper cut out and like different colors and stuff. That's a really fun concept. Is it? Who else in here calls it construction paper? Be honest. Have I seen the French painting VTuber? I have no idea what you're talking about. But I saw the word French and nearly vomited. Opposed to what? I think other people call it something else. I want to say I know this. Hold on. Do you call it construction paper? I want to say there are other places, like colloquially, call it something else. I can't find it, though. So I might just be imagining it. I feel like I use the word colloquially far more than the average human. Maybe craft paper? Perhaps. And again, I'm not even sure if I know what colloquially means. You know, Minnesota, they call doing donuts whipping shitties. There's no way that... Actually, no, it's Minnesota. Minnesota? Well, you know what? We're locking that in. It's Minnesota. They absolutely would call it that. Colloquially and zeitgeist or research buzzwords, if you want people to think you're smart, just start sprinkling those in. Because they're not going to ask what you mean because they're going to be too embarrassed. And if they do call your bluff and ask, you make something up. Because who's going to check you? You just said zeitgeist. Of course you know what it means. I throw out zeitgeist on occasion. Oh, I know it, buddy. Zeitgeist is such a good word, though. Yeah. We call them pencil crayons instead of colored pencils, though. Canadians in chat speak on that, because it's definitely not a crayon, though. And I thought a crayon wasn't dictated by the fact that it was multicolored, but by the fact that it is a wax writing utensil. Crayon? Both? Yeah. Button. Colored pencils are wax based? Is that true? On the inside? But it's like a wax core with a wooden shell. Zeitgeist and non sequitur, my most hated fake. Non sequitur is really bad. That's a bad one. Because, like, what a meaningless thing to say. Like, bringing up non sequitur in a sentence is almost a non sequitur. Like, nobody cares. Dude, look at this drip. Carol's top, a scale cape, imbued Slayer helm, black d'hide legs, and armadillo d'hide boots. This goes crazy. No one's ever worn this combination of gear before, except for me. Look like a dog's breakfast? Hell yeah, brother. But what about this, man? What you know about this, Tanner? What you know about this? Needs a glory? Do you have any idea how hard a glory is to get on an Iron Man? Your options are, I think, 83 Hunter or like 86 Crafting. You need Dragon Implinks. Yeah, 83 Hunter or 80 Crafting. Call me when you got a non-AFK cape. I'm getting there, bro. Almost 94 strength. Okay, buddy? Sometimes you gotta bust out non sequitur when you're talking to a boomer and they skid across 6 different topics instead of making a point in the conversation. Yeah, but at that point, you have to remember who you're talking to. They don't know what non sequitur means. Ignorance is the greatest shield, and also the most foolproof argumentative tool. How are you supposed to beat it? So like a non sequitur, because Gigglebox here, who just beat Dark Souls 3 today with the Bandit Axe, or was that yesterday? My days are flowing together. We'll say it was yesterday. Will a non sequitur? It's like non sequentially. So like a statement in the conversation has nothing to do with logically with the stuff that came before it. It's sequentially makes no sense because there's nothing binding the two statements together. It's a non sequitur. At least that's my understanding of it. I know I said amalgam at my office and all my coworkers were amazed. That's wild. You can just say, that was random. Yeah, but then people think you're a fucking zoomer. Actually, never mind. Then people think you're a fucking millennial and they hate you. Zoomers would not say that was random. And then XD. The art of going XD has been lost. What happened, man? But I am a millennial. I know. XD died with all the puppy girls. We had to euthanize them. Those cancerous growths got out of hand. Breeding them was unethical. It had to be done. The art of glomping has been lost. I'll be honest, I was never behind that one. It didn't really make a lot of sense. It always gave me the picture of biting someone, but you're like 80 years old and have no teeth. That one, I never got the appeal of glomping. Or like putting your lips over your teeth and biting someone. Like, I never really understood that one. Like, bite people with your chest, man. Fucking use those teeth. Glomp is a jump, hug. I literally just learned that. Why is it called that? What? I always thought it was biting people. See, this is why I clearly was never into glomping. Because I literally, I guess, just learned what it was. Because anime? It was a mistake. Miyazaki was right. I wasn't in the DeviantArt trenches? No, I was a well-adjusted human. I just played Call of Duty and did my homework, man. Isn't that wild that that counts as well-adjusted? But I think that's true. Bro did his homework? Yup. I'm not saying I did it at home. No, that shit was done in class or before school started after the bus dropped me off. But I did it. I had a Glomp Me t-shirt back in middle school. Jesus. Yeah, if you really want to min-max school, you had to do your homework. The teacher will hand out the homework, and you do it the period after you got it in the next class. You're not paying attention to what's being said or anything. You're doing the homework for the class you just were in. What are you going to do? You're already in class. Might as well just make use of that time productively. You don't have to take notes or anything. Just do your damn homework. People never understood it. Why are you always doing your homework, man? What am I gonna do? Fucking put my thumb up my ass? You hid half of your homework? What do you mean by that? You hid it from your parents? From your teachers? I don't understand. Homework was for homeroom. Why else would they call it homework? And yeah, I got a 17. He ain't lying on that one, folks. That's not hyperbole. Out of what? Oh, you know. Out of 100. I had some classes where I always did my homework after I got to the desk, but before the class actually started. Yeah, that's always a good time too. But like, if it's a class that you know it's like a fucking freebie, like if I'm sitting there in like fucking physical science or whatever the fuck, bro, I'm doing my homework. You either hit it because I didn't finish it. What do you mean hit it? Why not just toss it? Just throw it away. What are you hiding it for? From who? My English teacher used to let me sleep in his class because I was the only one that did the homework. Yeah, I would get teachers that would let me do whatever I want in class because my grades were good and I would always do the assignments, so they trusted me to not care. I heard the word homework and threw up in my mouth. Just graduate already. Fucking forehead. It's that easy. Let me sleep because it was over? Yeah. The story where they let you and your friend walk around looking for batteries for the classroom clock because they knew that you sitting in there wouldn't do anything. Got rid of us, like literally. They gave you the clock that was out of batteries and said, hey, can you go get batteries for this? From where, man? And you guys like walked around asking teachers that you liked for batteries. They knew we weren't coming back. Literally, they got handed a side quest in the middle of class. It's more worth it so you're not adding body heat so the students who are actually trying to learn are a little bit more comfortable. Fuck's sake. And again, that's not a made-up story. That literally happened because I want to say, I swear to God, I ran into them when I was going to the bathroom. Like, I found them in the hall with the clock. We came into your class. Oh my God, that's right. Because I was in a class with a teacher you liked. Was it, what's her name? She taught physical science? Or was it Mr. Jordan, the English teacher? No idea? What was her name? Miss Bardwaj? Was that the physical science teacher? I think a lot of us had her because we were all either too dumb or too lazy to take the higher level science classes like chem and physics. So we all did physical science and like earth science instead. Clock Quest was great. It really was. I remember, what was a story that you and Bryn had about, what was that one English teacher where you guys had an English class together? What was his name? And I don't even remember the story, but I remember it being really funny. You and Bryn had some good stories from high school. You guys always got class together for some reason. I never got class with Bryn. Green Day? Punch Bryn in the stomach and knock the wind out. You guys are roughhousing in the back of the class. fuck's sake. Fucking hit him with a fucking big hit. And you're back there trying to shush him, and he's trying to not make too much noise. Gasping for breath at the back of the class. Reese, big news? Yeah, what's going on, Slime? I unearthed a prehistoric Crosby pick in the mines. Holy shit. Did you really? Tanner, that's incredible. Did you put it somewhere I can see it, Tanner? Where is it, man? And airdropping it now. Oh, shit. Oh, now that's a sinister picture of Crosby. Holy shit. For those not in the Discord, I'll save this and put it on stream. As source, nope, not a game, an image. And it's this image. And then we fit it to screen. He's got a paper plate and he looks mad. That's the, if you try to take this out of my mouth, I might bite you face. And he'll growl at you when you reach your hand towards it. You'll reach your hand towards it because you don't want him eating the paper plate, and he'll growl at you. And Connor would always get scared because, of course, when a dog growls at you, it's a genuine warning. But I would always go, ooh, scary, and then I'd grab the plate out of his mouth. Ooh, he looks mad. Ooh. He's got a really deep growl. It is genuinely kind of scary. But he only bit me once out of all the times I grabbed something out of his mouth. So, you know, you gamble, and with Crosby, you win most of the time. But yeah. He didn't bite, did he? Not there, he didn't. Not there. Because most of the times, getting something out of his mouth like this, it would be like the fucking Jaws of Life, where you would hook your dominant hand under his jowls, in between his teeth, and your bottom would grab his bottom jaw, and you'd have to pry his mouth open, and then the plate would fall out. He wouldn't let go of it. He wouldn't let go of it. He bit me when he had a ball of tinfoil in his mouth. Yeah. Oh, he looks scary there. He's so sinister. Ooh. Love that guy. He was really young there. He was probably like fucking 1.5. Good thing he didn't show. Christ. No. He's handsome. Oh, he could fuck up a French fry. Make them sneeze? That might be a good idea. I never tried that. I kind of want to finish this blood bell task, then we'll call it. I need to kill 20 more. We can do it. But the dog can't... The dogs, they're not like hyenas. The average dog's bite force isn't so strong, at least of that size, I will say, isn't so strong that you can't, like, hold his mouth open with your hands. And they're kind of smart, so it's not like he's going to be trying to bite down while your hands are in his mouth, usually, anyway. The time he bit me wasn't when my hands were in his mouth, it's when I was reaching for the tinfoil once. Oh, it wasn't warning. He fucking bit my ass. My dog put all of his skill points into his bladder. That's got a rancid aura. Holy shit. Decroded. Decroded dog. I love that Decroded caught on with Northern Lion, because, like, of all people to, like, say a word that's, like, not real, he seems like a funny option. How bad was the bite? Was there blood? Oh, absolutely, yeah. He broke skin. That's a word with some heft? Absolutely. It's like a perfect combination of phonemes to convey what the word means, even though it's not a real word and has no definition. Did he realize what he did? Oh yeah, he was so sad. He was so sad, Crosby. He felt so bad about it. He felt so bad about it. So it's alright. I forgave him. Got defiant jazzed? What does that mean? Oh, I got bit? Oh, true. And he broke the skin. True. I'm ESL, and to me, Decoded made a lot of sense. It's because, again, it's like it's the perfect combination of phonemes. It makes perfect sense. It's how we make tons of words. Because you got, it's like eroded and destroyed got combined, so it gives the sense of something that's like kind of run down and shitty or faded away, decroded. Yeah, Connor, I got Horse and Andy to start watching Severance by telling them there was Old Man Yowie in it. And so they came for the Yowie and stayed for the genuinely good TV show. Real shit, real shit. I'm not lying. It does have Old Man Yowie in it. Minecraft movie also has Old Man Yowie? Yeah, but no, but this is real. Not some imagined thing made by shippers and mentally ill fandom people. This actually has 2 gay old men in it. You couldn't convince Andy to watch it? What do you mean you're watching and Andy's not? Helly R is honestly so beautiful. Very true. The Old Man Yowie is actually so good. It is. It is. Can't wait for season 3. Yeah, Ben Stiller said it shouldn't be 3 years this time. So, oh my god, am I gonna get a Slayer level? Oh my god, I am. We're gonna hit 80 Slayer. That's such a big fucking milestone. I think I unlock Necreals. I found out Devin has a wife and it's not me. Oh my god. No. No. I love Miss Casey. Miss Casey is so pretty. And she has such a nice, relaxing voice. I would love to hear her tell me my Audi's a good swimmer and like plays with trains or whatever. This was a good Slayer task. How chill. I didn't make a lot of money, but we got a hell of XP, so it's worth it. Tell us 3 Audi facts. Your Audi is a tier 3 subscriber to Amaranth. Your Audi loves the taste of Trader Joe's snacks. Your Audi drives a second-hand Prius and loves the environment. There you go. Level 80 Slayer, holy shit. Neck Royals, that was right. Thought you were talking about an Audi? Yeah, okay, Tanner. Fucking, not everything has to do with Germans. I know you really love Germany and all of their historical factions, but is Severance where any Audi memes come from? Yes. I do be fiending for that USP. True. Why did you say Tanner like it's a slur? I always loved talking to my friends. Stepping on Tanner. Fucking killing Tanner. Like Koopas. Killing Koopas. Why did Chris Pratt say it like that? Your Audi believes the water will get it when washing his body. Can't wait for more Milkshake. Milkshake rocks. Your Audi uses 3-in-1 shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. Your Audi has hand soap by the sink in his bathroom, but never uses it. Your Audi thinks Chris Pratt and Chris Hemsworth and Chris Pine are all the same person. One more kill. Oh my god. Aren't they? They might be. White men named Chris who are actors. That's a lot of commonalities there, if I'm being honest. Almost 30,000 XP from that task. That's so awesome. You said actors like that one scene in SpongeBob? Actors? Actors? I'm not really sure what you mean, Tanner. I'm sorry, I failed you. Squeezed Raimu. Thanks for sub. With Prime. Prime sub. Any primers in chat? Oh, you said it like Tobias Funke? Why are you blue? How much could a banana cost, Michael? $10. That actually is kind of a rare primer. I don't get many prime subs around these parts. Most people sub with their hard-earned American dollars, or local denomination of currency. Not that American dollars are going to be worth much real soon. I think Prime works best if you live in America. Logan Paul would say so. I've never had Prime. Is it good? I'm hashtag unemployed, so I love free Prime subs. Oh my god, we have so much in common. Welcome home, my child. It honestly ain't that bad. 196 basilisks? I'm skipping that, man. I could go kill basilisk knights, but I ain't doing that shit. Give me something good. Give me gargoyles. Worms? We take that. We take worms. Doesn't Prime have lead? Yeah, do I got news for you. When I go into hypoglycemic shock, it's because I had 2 primes to drink. That's really funny. Deserved, too. I have to remember for worms, I need to get Boots of Stone. If you and Connor both work up as the Paul brothers, what would we do? Dark Web, Bitcoin Assassin, $2 million, Agent Tanner. After that, I'd probably buy a lot of Warhammer, a nicer car. I don't need a nice car. Like, I'm not a sports car kind of guy, but like a nice one. Been in a forest lately. I would never step foot in a forest. I would probably make charitable donations to prominent woke organizations to signal my new leaf. I think that's probably it. Sanderson says if you burn lead, you might die. So what if you survive? I think maybe that's how Adenalsium was made. Which one he was the wife and kid? No offense to Connor, but I think it's probably me. Gotta go to the worms. Nuclear ass family. I know it's a bit anti-woke to say that you appreciate that kind of family unit, but I have something. I'm a bit old-fashioned. I don't think the wife needs to stay home and, you know, care for the homestead, but I kind of like the idea of a nuclear family, if with some modifications. You know? Son, it's time. You're right. I just have to go show chat these worms. Worms. System Shock 2 reference? Worms. The gun's made of worms. It shoots worms. Here are the worms. Orbital circuit, if you're here, I feel like you would like these things. Here are the worms. They're a slither on the ground. And when you attack them, they start flying. Why can't they move normal? I think the lore is that the dragonkin, while experimenting with making dragons, worms are a failed experiment. So they can't support their own body weight and cannot fly. They have no wings. But they're like highly magical or something. But they're worms. I like the sneaky movement. Me too. I look at this fun area. It's a volcano with blue lava. Wow, that's fun. Bye, Mr. Worm. See you in heck. Hey, Tanner, you're a RuneScape head. Why'd they name it Galenor? What do they mean by that? 3 young British boys naming their place Galenor? I don't think that's how you pronounce it. Wait, it's... How would you pronounce it? I've always said Galenor. Giellinor. Gillinor? Leave it to the Brits to know how to fucking speak their own language. I hate them so much. What's fucking wrong with them? What about Edgeville? Edgeville? No, that's a peak name for a place. Because it's literally on the edge of civilization. Holy shit. Keep the Gower brothers' name out your mouth. Tanner, they're washed. What's Brighter Shores up to, Tanner? What's going on with Brighter Shores? They're trying? Last time I checked, that doesn't count. We live in reality here, Tanner, and the reality is they made the first new game in 20 years and it was a piece of shit. You want to make an NFT game or something? You are... I would... If I played that logical fallacy game, I'd be able to say exactly what fallacy you're using, but there aren't only 2 options, NFT game or bad game. There are more than 2 options. You're not option selecting me here, man. Nice job, but I see through that. When I found out the British were in RuneScape, it was like that one incredible scene with the ripped poster. But then, eventually, a false dichotomy. Nice one. Nice. When you really think about it, though, RuneScape is quintessentially British. Very medieval, and then also very dry and unfunny, and completely devoid of any meaningful things to say. It's just content of the most bare form, but that's why it rules. The British have some things that are good. You know? Monty Python. RuneScape. Those fun double-decker buses. Better they make a mid-game than end up like Richard Garriott. Who is that? Is that someone I should know? He's British as well, of course. NC Soft. Oh God. He created Ultima Online? Yes, I'm seeing that. And now he makes NFT games. Jesus. Dude, I wish I had this aura. Look at this, man. Holy shit. This goes crazy. What about Peter Molyneux? And I know hearing a name that French might have just triggered you, and I'm really sorry. Is he making NFT games yet? I feel like that's in his wheelhouse. Remember that Cube game? Oh, I remember. Peter only does secret scams? You're kind of right. Okay, well that's it. We're gonna go eat now. 2.5 hours, pretty good, pretty chill. That's it. Here, we'll do a dance in RuneScape. Tanner, did you know that emotes loop now? You jealous? I bet RuneScape 3 doesn't have looping emotes, motherfucker. Look at this shit. It doesn't end. Look at that shit. Tanner, did you see that they are polling stackable clues? Isn't that crazy? Stackable clues? And token rewards that will let you skip steps that are tradable? People are throwing a fit. Dude. Holy shit. You can get clue skip tickets. Yeah, people are saying that if you, just being able to spend 10 bill to basically buy a hard clue scroll completion in your collection log is not something that you should do. But then other people are saying you should put the skip tokens in the game and fuck people who care about the collection log. The collection log isn't supposed to be completable, so who really cares if people actually try? Okay, whatever. We're going to the screen now. And while we're in this screen, I will mute RuneScape, and I will look for someone to raid. Oh, we'll raid Hazumi. She's doing a subathon for her new outfit reveal. I think she's on, like, day 3 or 4. So go say hi to Hazumi. Tell her new outfit looks really good, and her new background, her new stinger, and her new original song. She has a lot of new stuff, actually. She went crazy, if you don't know. So yeah, go see me. Bye everybody. Bye. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.